in the gym with the kids, teaching war pole.
10, 11, 12, 13. Every leg straight.
Bitch, the color of the rag will make your skin tough.
Man, cuz, you won't believe this. I'm standing out this store, baby inside. She got the baby. I see little buddy, he walking up, he talking about.
Pull him down. What the fuck you mean? I'm playing with this motherfucker. The color of your rag will make your skin tough. All that working out you do gon' make your chin buff. Don't tell me about no shit you could've been done. No motivator shooters, and you're not the man that it was. You're not trying to die. Little bitch, shut up. You're not doing time. Little bitch, shut up. That intro got your body in the end when you try the essay. Little bitch got everything. Put that on the set thing. Feel like Cesar Chavez. Mixed with Kunta Kinte. Plus I got this quick thing. That bitch goes pew. Got that hoe from Pepe. He always called me F.A. I'm the connector. Told me about a set play. I went and hit the next day. Took and split it down the middle just like the jet days. Catch me on the block, waving fingers like the Timbe. Big tech shirt off. Feeling like Machete. She said she need a 50. Couldn't get it for the Trente. I'm a shot. She a roster. Got some sloppy to reggae. She hit me with the mente, swallowed all the leche. I hit her in the middle, had her weak like a Wednesday. She cooked, clean the house, roast loud, and then she went away. Not gonna lie, let her get it for the bente. Pulled around the corner, little buddy acting big tough. Had to put it down. Now I ain't getting picked up. Bitch, the color of the rag don't make your skin tough. All that working out you do don't make your chin buff. Don't tell me about no shit you could've been done. No motivator shooters, and you're not the man that it was. You're not trying to die. Little bitch, shut up. You're not doing time. Little bitch, shut up. That intro got your body in the end when you try the essay. Little bitch got everything. When someone talking loud, but you got it on you now. What you tell her? Little bitch, shut up. When you take her out in public and her guns keep on bumping, what you tell her? Little bitch, shut up. I feel like El Toro. When they called him Gordo, he went and made it melt, and then they went and put that belt across his torso. Now we in the gym with the kids, teaching war pole.
10, 11, 12, 13. Every leg straight.
Bitch, the color of the rag don't make your skin tough. All that working out you do don't make your chin buff. Don't tell me about no shit you could've been done. No motivator shooters, and you're not the man that it was. You're not trying to die. Little bitch, shut up. You're not doing time. Little bitch, shut up. That intro got your body in the end when you try the essay. Little bitch got everything.
What up, though? My fault.
So I ended up in a tank with Mac Dre when we met each other. Mac Dre and I were being written
My
about
bad, bro.
a
I
writer
ain't
named
even
Billy
realize
Jam.
I'm
He
here,
always connected me and Mac Dre.
You know, I like
every
to
time
talk.
I see me and really my greatest achievement as an artist, I see you too.
It's the return of the Mac of Lamb. I walked about the slammer like a pimp, David Banner. Crooked letter, baby blue bandana. Big bag slam, hoes feeling like I'm Santa. Mac of Lamb. Walked about the
I heard you initially when I answered the phone. I heard you.
Mac of Lamb. Crooked letter, baby blue bandana. It's the Mac of Lamb. It's the Mac of Lamb. When the way you talk your shit, gotta break and bread rules, right before you give her dick. It's Mac of Lamb, cause the pimpin' turned to simpin', and I heard they split in 60-40 with these goofy bitches. It's Mac of Lamb, when a bitch can barely get some conversation, let alone an argument.
It's all good. I ain't know. Look, you got that shit. You done perfected that motherfucker. The visual definitely looking better than that bullshit ass TikTok live we was on. Oh, you know what it is, man. I'm lost in the sauce, baby. Oh man, Fat MIC. Wherever you look that up, wherever you listen to music, pop right up for you. I promise you. It don't matter where you type in that Fat MIC. I mean, fat like descriptive language. Obese. FATMIC. You hear me? Wherever you type that in, your boy finna pop right up for you. I promise. Was extensive. Mm. Man, we got all in and out of there, didn't we? Yeah. We need to readdress that. Huh? I didn't have access to it. I'm glad I didn't. I would have posted the whole thing on YouTube. Get it? I ain't even see it. I ain't even see it. I was. Mm. I told you when we was doing that, my mom texted me in the middle of the interview like, "Talk about your music." I said, "I know, man." Well, I do that, man. I get to running off at the mouth talking about things that aren't relevant to my music and the push. You know, I like to talk. So I like to hear myself talk apparently. So I get to running off at shit that I probably shouldn't be saying. It's not relevant to the brand or helpful whatsoever. Yeah, absolutely. Give me one tiny second. Hold on. There we go. My fault. Hey, you know what? Call me if you need me. Just drop. That's call me in parentheses if you need me. Emro on the beat. We got another EP dropping this month. We got FATT dropping later on this month. It's about 2 hours of music. Wherever you look, Fat MIC up. I'm gonna pop right up for you, man. I don't fucking miss. I'm just trying to occupy space. You feel me? You hear me? I'm a pure storyteller, man. I'm the first artist to use multiple languages, tell my story accurately, while I walk in double entendres and tell an entirely different story. And I use a visual to tell a different one. I am the first artist ever to use language and music in that way to not only speak upon myself and give introspection to real rap and the hood, whatever you want to call that, but also teach and give historical value in every single song I speak. So, FATMIC. We'll just type that in. I promise you, you're finna experience something entirely different than what you experienced before in hip hop and music. Not just hip hop, but music. Uh Cultural diversity, man. My want to learn and understand what was before me, the differences we have now, um and giving my interpretation on it, I think is a very unique perspective. Being half white, being half Mexican, raised by black folks on the streets, pretty much being alone, a person who loved books and history and was put in a precarious situation in and outside of the penitentiary and given a unique understanding of the entirety of the cultures and the history before us. And then how I survived was hip hop. Um, the Puns, the Cannabises, the Nas, the Redmans, the Cubes, the Rapping Fortes, the Shorts and the Sugar Frees, and everybody, the Outcasts. I don't want to miss anybody because there's not really a side or um, a region that missed me. The Midwest music, the East Coast music, the West Coast music, the Southwest, all of those interpretations. I was one of those people that was able to indulge in it without being biased to my region, because again, I lived vicariously through it, and it's what got me through. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I was born and raised all over the place from the streets to the colleges to the state pen. Throughout my childhood for the last 6, 7 months. Actually, a little bit longer than I've been living nomadically. I've been traveling city to city. Living in bus stations and trains and hotels and posting in different cities. The Road Trip Saga and the Teleconquest EP sagas. Those were written through the vantage point of Genghis Khan, and each track on there is dedicated to a different state. And each song you'll hear a different inflection in my voice, a different cadence. You'll hear me lean into that influence, not only musically, but I use the historical references attached to it to tell a story. And then again, I use entendres as I tell my story accurately. I use verbal entendres to tell an entirely different story visually. And move upon. So I'm telling accurate stories, not only educationally, but in my story originally to give reflections on not only the past but the present in my life to usher in the next stage of hip hop.
I feel that. So when it comes to writing the music, performing the music, or the studio part, what's your favorite part of the process?
Performance.
Why would you say that?
It's hard to explain. Uh, it's the only place I feel comfortable. Even though the
Right.
time before the stage and the time after the handshakes and like it's super uncomfortable. I have a hard time being in crowds. I have a really hard time being around people. Period, especially men. I get ultra aggressive and uh, I don't know, but
Okay.
that stage mean everything to me. Being able to relay my song and perform my song outright at me, everything to me, man. I love it. I love to record and I love to write. Writing is probably they're like neck and neck, right? Like I love to write because it's my piece, but performance gives me a sense of euphoria and freedom that I've never felt. Even though the time before it and after it are kind of tedious to me, I hate when people touch on me and like and even though I appreciate it so much, the handshakes and the love, like bro, that shit was hard, like bro, that shit was dope. Let's like all that shit, like, but it's so difficult for me, like because it's hard to accept the praise because to be completely honest with you, I don't feel um praiseworthy,
And let me know when you get my mic.
if that makes sense. You know what I'm
Yeah, for
saying?
sure.
I don't know. It's just different. I mean, it's just different at times. But I love to write and I love to perform. The recording and the business aspect of it, the recording's kind of easy to me, but the business and everything else that comes with the industry and what you um that part of it. Even
Right.
the social media and being watched and the idea of any type of fame or being looked up to really causes me a different. It brings me a. It's hard for me.
I feel that. So you said you was locked up before.
15 years and 9 months.
Dang. 15 years and 9 months.
Yes, sir. I've only been releasing music for 2 years. I think I put out like 4 songs that first year, but this last year I've been really dedicated to releasing music at least monthly at the very least. Um
Right.
I drop an EP every month. I drop singles. I work with a different producer every month. I drop a different EP. Each EP is represented as me and that producer equally, kind of like the old school Desert Storms, DJ Quick, and Sugar Free. You know, uh, Forgive me for missing the names. The K Slaves and Papooses, the Desert Storm joints. You know how they used to
I
do it. It
feel
was
that.
always a
I feel
DJ
that.
and an artist. And that's how I push it. You know,
Right.
just trying to be because to be honest with you, I ain't got the money to pay for the fucking beats. And it's very difficult to do so. Even though I believe in my artistry, it really using streaming in this aspect doesn't make sense for me to be paying for beats and doing. I get 100% of my artistry is probably the most beneficial thing in the world. But at this point, when you're trying to come up and be some and create something, not only the continuity of the project itself works out way better when you're working with just you and the producer. And if you have an
Right.
engineer or a mixer or somebody who does something like that, okay, that's cool. But when you have a producer that mixes or does what that has the ear and wants to hear and believes in your artistry, is something that you do in a project together that makes it so much more like the continuity of it,
Hmm.
like the sound flows. You be able to like if somebody if an artist or if a producer gave me 5 tracks, each song isn't I'm not just writing 5 songs. I'm writing 5 songs that are an entire story. I'm writing an entire story, and each one of those tracks are relevant to the other. One of my
Right.
favorite artists of all time was Life Jennings, and Life Jennings would use interludes in between his tracks to tell the story he was telling and connect it all, and it was all like you didn't skip the album because like it was all kind of connected. And even though each song was its own entity and told its own story, they all applied to the original, and it made you love his story. He spent 10 years, which is, he spent 10 and a half years in the penitentiary. He struggled, he failed, he fell, he came out, relationships. Life Jennings is my favorite artist of all time. I say that a million, but I just asked in my last interview with Chris Calico, who would I work with, above all, and my answer is always going to be like Jennings. No matter what, like that's somebody that I look up to. His cadence work, the way he wrote, his runs, his voice, everything about him was unique and special. And to this day, so I try to emulate, not as far as like the way he wrote or how he did music, but his originality, his authenticity with his music, the way he told stories, the way he combined them and used just the little 20 seconds of him speaking to interlock track, excuse me, 1, 2, and 3 and 4. I don't do the same thing with the interludes because again, originality is super important to me. But I do follow that template as far as storytelling and creating what I do unique as to me and moving forward. What he did as a template is super important. Devin the Dude, man. I know I said this on our last joint, but man, that shit like 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 the way he used his voice and his cadence work and like this soulful approach to this like jazz like R&B like, but sometimes like some like how we use the sound, even though his concept work was isolated to weed and bitches and music. Like his music, like his musicality was so dope. Like it really didn't matter. Like, and I was smoking weed and all that, but it was like Georgie. It's like all he talked about was weed and drinking bitches. But at the end of the song, he talked about Georgie. And he told a story about Georgie, and each three verses were about one of his different bitches, and then he was in a car with one of his bitches, and then at the end of this, if you know the song, his third verse at the end, one of the first bitch in the first verse came up and killed him and his bitch in the car. His third, like, bro, that's one of the coldest. And in the court, like, bro, he said one of the coldest shit you ever heard. I swear to God. And for me, like, I never lose that type of nostalgia. And I was just talking to Jay Money, which is, shout out to him. He's a California artist. He's 22 years old and he's young. We were just talking before this interview, man. And I'm being an old man and talking to him about writing and how much I care about the generation's voice, his generation's voice, and probably a bunch of corny shit to him. Probably, and me and you have talked personally. I'll run at my mouth forever. You know what I'm saying? But for me, that hip hop is important to me. Music is important to me. Human excellence is important to me. Art is important to me. Education is important to me. So like I'm always gonna impart that shit to whoever I speak to. But I was telling him some of the same thing, and this age and generation will get up and punch in and freestyle their art, and like there's no way you're gonna tell a story that way. Like there's no way that it's like I told him, I gave him an example, which he gave me a great answer. But I said, hey man, like, do you think, let's say you were walking in the mall and you approached a woman and you said whatever and you shot your shot, opposed to you being in the penitentiary and shooting your shot through a letter? Which one, as far as your verbal, which one do you think is going to be more effective? Do you think you spending time on the letter? And he was like, well, to be honest, it would be in time. I'm not going to explain his situation, but he's very right. Like in person, it seems more genuine and honest. But if I put this thing on pen, it's infallible. You hear me? Because I'm thinking about it. I'm spending time on it. I'm not letting that thing fall away. You know what I'm saying? But my fault. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about those things. Tell your boy, whoever you talking to in the back, to pull up. Who you talking to? Who you talking to in the back? Tell him to pull up and get a seat. You sit up next to the next bike. You hear me? Did you lose me? I can't hear you now. I lost you. I can't hear you. Very low. I can barely hear you.
Can you hear
There
me
you go.
now?
Yes, sir. There you go.
All right, there we go. Now I'm in business. God damn.
That boomstick is everything, though, ain't it? I got
Man.
Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can my co-host hear me? Can you hear me? Nope. Why the fuck is it not working?
That's the thing, is you got a co-host. I can't hear the co-host. What's bro name? Who is it, a female or male? Yes.
All right, now they can hear me outside. All right.
Okay, just tell them, just send my love that way and tell them I said.
Oh, it's my homegirl, my homie.
How you doing, Miss Lady? There she go.
She nervous. She nervous today. She a little scared.
Yeah, I'm always nervous. I'm hot and sweaty. Yeah. Oh my but yeah, all those things.
Yo, I'm screaming. They can hear you now. But There she go.
There she go. What's up with you?
He said, "What's up with you?
Let me see.
You gotta come over here. This is the interview." Dagnammit.
Cause he called me.
I
bro.
see her. I can see her.
He's
Nah, bro. I'm Tam. I make great music. You like great music? I make great music.
Well, shit. Tell him to DM me your tag so I can follow you and repost your shit.
Okay, I got to. Okay, so
I love music. Yeah. Great music, great writers. I can appreciate all the time.
So you only write?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. I indulge in all aspects of the art form.
Okay. What you laughing
I got 2
I'm
hours of
laughing at
music.
that.
Wherever you type in Fat MIC, I'm gonna pop right up for you.
Yeah, I
I
was
do a little
looking-
bit of everything from every region. I sing, I rap, I story. I'm a pure storyteller outright. If you didn't, we should definitely. If you really nice and make excellent music, then we should work together. I usually charge for a feature because that's
Okay.
my bread and meats and how I eat.
Right, I feel that.
You
What-
feel it's literally how I eat right
got a
there.
question.
But
I got a question.
yes, ma'am.
So, what was the factor in like how you started charging for verses? Like, what did you start off?
I didn't
and
start charging verses until I felt like I have the individual equity to do so.
Okay.
So I've done about as far as verified streams over the last digital streams and verified streams are different. So I'm doing about 3 to 1.5 million a month on TikTok, depending. And then Insta whatever, which is kind of my numbers don't look, but I've done a little bit over like 1.5 million in the last 3 to 4 months as far as verified streams. Like that's Spotify and shit like that, those type of like from my distribution platforms initially. But once I saw the motion, then I felt comfortable enough to say that, hey, because I've always believed in my pen, but that talent means absolutely nothing in this industry. But when your name is attached to something that can actually promote, like my name can actually bring value to what you do. And once I felt like that was evident, and I had the streams, and I had the monthly listeners, and I had the social media presence, that's when I was like, look, it's $20 a bar.
Okay.
It's $20 a bar, and that's less than I'm not gonna say no names, but there's some decent people that I very much look up to that was charging me $1,000 for a 16. My shit come out to about 320.
Okay.
My shit come out to about 320, and I storytell, I promote you like I promote me. I concept work, all those things. The excellence of the music itself means very much to me. The preservation of hip hop means a lot to me. And I felt like once I was capable and able to bring value to you, then I was able to charge for my music.
Okay. Okay. Do you run any ads?
So I run TikTok promote. I did. It depends on what. So right now, because of I claimed ownership of all of my music. So now it won't let me use my music unless I use the official sound. So the official sound is only 1 minute promotes.
Right.
Even 90 seconds if I'm lucky on Instagram. YouTube is as soon as I post it, it's not giving me a second. It's checking my copyrights. I have to register the videos with DistroKid. I had to make a lot of corrections to my BMI. I'm still claiming my music on Sound Exchange and SoundScan, and doing all those things. And the business end of it has caused me a lot of tribulation. And again, I just did 15 years in a penitentiary. I'm still learning all this shit. I'm dedicating pretty much my entire life into learning music business. And it's taken away from my art and being able to make music and all those things. But that's what's necessary to meet the ownership requirement. That way, when I do get to the places I need to go and have the conversations I've been having with the people who actually matter in the industry and have money, the conversation comes down to loans instead of percentages and ownership of my, because I own my name. I trademarked my name. I've trademarked my logo. I've claimed all, I own my music outright. I work with producers individually. Now I do 50% splits with the art, with the promoter, with the producers I work with, because that's just how I'm choosing to do things instead of paying for beats. But other than that, I still produce it, own it, and I choose to give them the 50% or the equal. And same thing with the people I choose to to collab with and move forward. I give them an equal right to everything I drop. So if it's me, a producer and a rapper or a singer, I give them 33, 33, 33. I've been doing that. I'm super diligent and like I'm like I did 15 years, and for not telling, I'm not greedy. I'm a fucking team player, and I want everybody to fucking eat. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to me and any producer or artist I work with, I'm giving them an equal split on anything I fucking do. And to me, it means, I know a lot of people and artists and the way they look at that shit now and producers, it's like, oh, splits don't really mean nothing because most artists don't have a trajectory or a fucking, a platform, or a lot of people music suck. You know what I'm saying? So for me, um, I understand who I am, but at the same time, I'm humble enough to say, hey, let's eat together. Let's take a chance and invest in each other. I just heard something super dope from a female. I've been in my feelings and shit, and I was like, look, man, I go broke every day. She's like, you're not broke, you invested. I said, oh no. No, God. That was the hardest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, you
You
never
know what I'm
broke if
saying?
you're
That was really
investing.
the hardest shit I ever heard. Like, you're not broke, you invested.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start saying that shit. I'm gonna start using that.
That's
You know.
fire. I had a
But-
question.
How you gonna forget the question?
Cause
Cause I talk people out of their mindset. I talk too
he's
much.
getting it. He's good.
Hey yo, F8, Fat Mike, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, and the mics is working now. See, I think she did that with some voodoo or something, so I can get up out my seat.
Yeah.
You know how women be working.
Voodoo is real.
God is real.
I know that's right. It's
Don't
all
do
in
that.
one. So it
All
all same.
right.
Hey,
What would you say?
Bruja, listen, the work through God and other entities is all those things are palpable, and the spiritual battle and warfare, like the negative, like the aspect between the negative and the yin and yang are one.
Yeah,
So when I say there's a good witch, there's a bad witch, all those things in the application of spiritual warfare are obviously palpable in all of our lives. So, God is super. It's important. I don't like using generalized terms. I feel like the language we use is primitive and really doesn't explain and gives an open light to I like the entendre is very dangerous. The tongue is very dangerous. So the things we say and the language, everything we know, we've been taught, and we've been taught by evil sources and things. So I try not to put too much weight on certain vocab, but at the same time, I understand the levity of it. But I need to speak in generalizations to get through to the masses and those who choose to um, intake what is necessary and be able to discard what isn't, because everybody's life is built on their own individual experiences, and there's
exactly.
no template for anybody. Like, everybody needs to come across their own and address their own relationship with their deity, and it's all about the walk and how we choose to live our lives. And judgment will be, and reiteration will be, however you want to put that, will be chosen through our walk, and that's solely dependent on our choices and how we live our life. So,
I
I
remember my
feel you.
question.
Let's
Yeah,
get
'cause
to
you
it.
gotta
My
take it over
fault.
because I can't hear nothing.
Oh well. Do you feel like it's important to like have a community of people like behind you? Like, do you feel like you have a strong community of people as far as like the community you built with your music, like with sharing your music? Like, I'm gonna ask my question right.
The community. I lost my
You feel like
community.
it's important
The
to have a
people I wanted to be my community, my family and loved ones and neighborhood and the shit that I was fighting for, like traveling this path, like completely owning myself, taking accountability for myself, and being me entirely. I lost everybody in love and knew.
Yeah,
Um, the
yeah.
community I built through complete strangers and people who enjoy my music are ultimately important. But the people that I take for granted in my immediate vicinity that put their hands on me and gave me an opportunity uh, to choose this path and help me, like those people in my immediate are ultimately important because I was broken, lonely, lost without my son, um, traumatized, um, foolish, childish. I still go through all of those things. Um, I reject the love that's given to me. Take things too personal. I have I can't forgive. I don't let go. Um,
So you're prideful, is what I'm hearing.
Absolutely. Without a the way I choose respect, like the way I understand respect is super like warped.
Yeah. You think
And
that
I
gets
let
in
that
your way
shit
sometimes?
absolutely. It's my absolute it's I run away. The minute I feel disrespected or uh, I feel the things my mom left behind or any type of betrayal or the minute I'm lied to,
I
I'll
feel
go
that.
cold on you. I go cold on you.
What's your
Um
birthday?
I'm a Pisces. I'm February 23rd. I'm a Pisces. See.
He almost made it. He was
Listen,
almost an Aquarius. It's almost. I'm
oh,
about to
I
say, you
knew
sound
it,
like
so I
me. You
felt it.
sound
I
like
knew
me.
it, I
Y'all
felt
crazy
it.
as shit.
Listen, the water's the water. You hear me? The water's the water. And here's the thing, though. Here's the cold part. If you add the month and bring back the old maps and time frames, I'm really still in the water, but I'm in your place and you've moved on.
I'm fixed.
So
I'm fixed there. You feel me?
I hear
You never catch me where you left me. That's what that means.
you. She talking to you. She ain't talking to
I
me.
said that in one of my songs, so that was just a reference.
Okay. Well, share the link to me though. Share me your music though.
My name
Share
is
me your
Tammy
music.
Latte. If you look anywhere, it's Tammy
You
Latte.
can't. I can't listen. My
Oh, you
brain
wanna?
don't work that
Oh,
way. I'm one of them people that like my brain. I got so much going on. I just
I got you.
please, just DM me the link. I
I got
promise
you.
you, I'm gonna hit you with the follow on Spotify or wherever you at. I'm gonna do the music shit. You know.
I got you.
And if
Yeah.
your shit is dope, we could definitely work.
Okay.
But if you're not though, don't be mad at me ghosting you. I'm
Oh,
never talking to you again.
I mean, if anything, don't just ghost me. Don't just
I'm
ghost me.
just
You
fucking
feel
with you. I
me?
just fucking with. But if your music, it's because I have a hard
I
time
just
telling
won
people, "Hey,
Youngstown's Next
I don't
Up
like your
Female
music."
Artist. So, I mean, somebody like my music a little bit. Whether you like my singing or you like my rapping or
Lauren
whatever.
Hill in my top 5.
You said what?
As far as hip hop is concerned, Lauren Hill is in my top 5.
Okay, she's dope. She's dope.
I know that's old and shit and whatever. But there's no female in the new school that's in my top 10. Um,
Oh,
I know that's
so
hard.
he about to be like, oh, so you're hard to impress. That's what we got.
I just if you really put effort into your songs, I'm not hard to press. Like
Okay.
if you got it's not that it's but if all you talk about is pussy and dick, I really don't want to hear none of that shit.
I feel that.
I don't want to hear none of that shit.
I
I
feel
just
that.
don't.
I'm excited. I'm
Uh,
confident.
but yeah, if you got real concept work in your shit and like you speaking to young women, that shit
Mm-hmm.
mean everything to me. That's why Lauren, her concept work is why she's in my. It's not only because she was an excellent pen, it's because she was speaking to a younger woman,
Yeah,
uh, uh younger generation, trying to better the women after her, and
facts.
that shit mean a lot to me.
That means a lot to me too. I'm 24 and I have MS, so like I have a whole nother community of people that I gotta reach and that can relate to me, and then while still trying to appeal to the masses. And I don't want to be like that. Like the top song right now is talking about scamming, boosting bitches, and I'm putting my heart and soul in my music singing. Anyway, here.
No, I understand you completely. I appreciate it. I absolutely do.
But yeah, I enjoyed asking your questions. Yes, I'm gonna be following you right now. I'm gonna get out of here and let him come back. Can you hear?
Thank you. I appreciate you. Make sure you share me your music link because I will listen. I definitely am one of them people who will listen.
Me too. I got
So,
you.
and
I'm about to find you.
thank
And
you
I-
so much. I appreciate you. Much
I
love.
appreciate you. You keep doing your thing. That's fire. Here, come
Yes, ma'am.
on. It's hot.
I don't know why it's on there. It don't fucking work. That just pissed me off.
Because I just got the magic touch. I got the magic.
Oh, whatever.
I got the magic touch.
Taking over the whole goddamn interview. God damn it. Don't
I did,
be
bro.
on this motherfucker flirting now. Goddamn it. I am joking.
Joke a little less. Professional.
This is professional.
Professional. No joke.
It's about to be wrestling.
Y'all love each other though.
Hot Kogan, that's my co-host, man.
Hey, love it. Go ahead and be out. Y'all go ahead and love each other. Over. It's all good,
Yes.
baby.
That is a very talented young woman right there.
That's the
lie.
only way.
Very talented. Can sing, rap, all that good shit.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
What's up?
I've been on the people that I've been seeing. You know, I don't be on my Facebook, and I haven't. You know, I just deleted all my shit and put this Facebook on here. So, but the people that you post because of, to be honest with you, because of your interest in me, I've been looking at them. You know,
Right.
because I feel like your ear is different. Like your ear is looking for something different than the average. You know, at first. Because I seen you started something and then we did something, and then when I seen your shit initially, right now when you sent me back, I've been looking at all the people you interviewing, and none of them is really ass.
Right.
And most people is ass.
Right.
I know that's fucked up. I'm sorry, hip hop, but right now I'm having a hard time being a fan. So
Right.
you know, shout out to the Akeem Ali's and the Southside Vicks and the Toby Newigway top 5 that are alive.
Right.
Hey, you know what? And Jonathan, oh damn, you gotta edit this.
This ain't edit, this
Jonathan
live,
Price.
straight up, baby.
Jonathan Price is the first artist to ever co-sign Fat Mike, and I'm gonna
Okay.
always be. He said he wanted a feature, and I didn't. I wrote a couple things that. You know, and he was like, nah, do something different. And I didn't follow up Fat, but he's still like, me and Jonathan. But check this out. Jonathan Price is the first artist to ever co-sign me and post me. And that shit means everything to me. So one day, hopefully we're going to fix that. We're going to collaborate. And, you know, y'all look out for Jonathan Price. He's doing his fucking thing.
Right.
But other than that, Toby, Akeem, Southside Vic, and Fat Mike are the best pens in hip hop. You can't tell me nothing.
You
different.
You sure about that?
That's how I feel.
I'm fucking with you.
That's how I feel. I mean, when it comes to anything, no, ain't nobody fucking with me.
Right.
You know, but I've chosen to take myself out of any battle rap, even though, like I told you once before, I'm a 30 run. You know,
I feel
30 as far as battle rap. Rum Nitty is the best pen in hip hop. Shout out to Arizona. He's the best pen in battle rap. But as far as musically, as far as making music, and like as far as the pen is concerned, you can't find a rapper better than Fat Mike.
Facts.
Nobody's done with language and music, and aesthetically made songs and content. Like I have admit, you can't find a song that's bad, even though interpretation is everything as far as production. But regardless of region, inflection of tone, writer concept, or just overall musicality, um, I don't find another artist better than me. Yeah.
What gives you the energy to keep going with the music thing, even though you have like stuff coming in the way? You know what I mean? What keeps you going?
Honestly, um, right now in this point, an emotional aspect, music is the only path to my son and getting my son back. Um, but before that, which again, I did 15 years in the penitentiary and didn't release a song for 2 years until afterward.
Right.
I lost my son. Uh, I was in a year in the hospital with my niece, with my son now, who has a neurodevelopmental disability. Um, which I haven't. He's 3 years old. I haven't seen him for a year. I was with him every single day for them first 2 years. Uh, she used the legal system and the medical system to rip my son away. And right now, after that, it was either two choices. You know, I get a job or find a job and put myself in a position to work for 2 to 3 years to put myself in a position where a judge would deem me stable enough to, be able to take that. Again, my son has a neurodevelopmental disability. It's a genetic disease that less than 100 people have. It's because our bodies were so inadequate. Our chemical makeups were so different
Right.
that we couldn't make a healthy baby. So I lost my first son, and our second son has like everything in his body from his like he can learn to walk tomorrow and unlearn it in a month. Everything is on a 50-50 teeter. Uh, I don't want to get too far deep into that, because it's really fucked me up.
I understand.
It's caused a lot. When I got out of the penitentiary, the reason I ain't released no music, even though it's my passion, is because no matter anything, I want to be a daddy. Like I want to be a father. I'm a teacher, bro. If you can't tell in my music and the way I go about it, that's all I want in the world is to be a father.
Right.
And she stole that from me. And it's because I'm a good man. And out of her, I don't know. She that's a whole nother sus. I don't want to get too far into that, but that would be my immediate answer. But the before all of that, and the reason I've been writing for so long, and it's because when I was alone on the street, when I didn't have nobody, when I was getting dropped at house to house, and I ain't seen my daddy in years, and I ain't seen my mama in months, and I ain't have nowhere to go. It was hip hop.
Right.
It was music. It was R&B. It's how I survived living in libraries and you know under trucks and shit. In them beds. It was music, and I
Okay.
want to be that for somebody. I want my music to not only be the comfort or the stabilization of somebody like me, but also the kids in that bracket that needed music as much as I did to learn from it. To give this why again I built a distribution platform, a virtual reality based upon curriculums that where your each submission is based upon art and debate consensus over quarterly statements, just like a BMI or any distribution platform, but it's built on gameplay and through curriculums and all of that shit is all accurate history that kids can learn from themselves without having to be taught or spoken to from people they can't relate to.
Right.
And that was how I found to teach. I don't want to get too far into that shit because last time, I said some shit I probably shouldn't have. But that's that's my inspiration.
I feel it. I feel it. Well, we only got about 8 minutes left.
I dig it, man. You know how I be talking.
That was like the quickest hour ever. Y'all done took over my show.
Has it been an hour?
Yeah.
Eesh.
I'm gonna hit them with some music, but let the people know where to find the music.
Anywhere you type in FATMIC, that's Fat Mike, Fat MIC like microphone. I mean, fat like descriptive language, obese. FATMIC like microphone, Fat Mike. Wherever you type that in, anywhere, your boy finna pop right up for you. And I promise you, I got 2 hours of music on any platform you listen to music that you ain't gotta skip through. It don't matter who you are, what you've been through. What I promise you, you can relate to my music. Check me out, man.
All right, for sure, man. We out. Thank you, hey. We definitely gonna do another one for sure.
Yeah, let me know, man. Tell Busy and them, man. Fuck with the Loke one time. I need you.
I know. I'm setting up another interview with Busy. That nigga,
Yeah, tell
he
Busy,
busy
man.
now.
Go
He
ahead and,
busy for real now.
Yeah, no, I seen him, man. I seen him. He's on my suggested. He's on my suggested real tough on Insta.
Right.
He been popping up. I followed him in the Bone Thug page and shit on there because it's the first of them.
Right. And listen, we definitely gonna do another interview because I know your conversation go a long time. So what I'm gonna do, we gonna wrap this one up, but we gonna do a pre-record so I can cut it because I'm only trying to keep stuff at like an hour tops.
I dig it.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta listen. You gotta have with me. You gotta have the prerequisite combos and then a time limit on how much I can speak. Cause I really like to listen to myself, bro. I
Right.
really will talk all fucking night. You feel me? I'll talk all night long.
Right. Well, good looking, man. Thank you. I'm about to hit them with some of your songs real quick. And thank you, man.
Thank you,
keep
bro. I
going,
appreciate
keep
your
pushing.
time. I appreciate your time all the time, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you.
Much love, fam. I don't know, should I stay here or should I bounce?
I'll go ahead and cut it out.
Much love.
Yes, sir.
YTG, television, married to ghost. YTG,